to that. So you are all worthy, yet you're all as worthy as you choose to be. Okay. So make sure we back nice and straight so the energy flows, feet on the floor. Let's take this very seriously. I gotta get this right, yes, otherwise I'm gonna be a bad person, I'm gonna fail, and it's gonna be horrible. No, not like that. We take it seriously from a place of knowing our worthiness, having nothing to prove, but just doing it out of love. Because there's an opportunity, and I love the opportunity, and I love myself, and I love love, so I'm just gonna make the most of it. There's nothing weighing on it. It's not about me. It's just about letting love. Just about allowing love. It's just about exploring and expanding our horizons a little bit. Let's really get our motives right for making the most of this little process. It's not about me trying to be a better person because I'm really messed up. It's not about me trying to fix myself because I'm broken. It's not about me trying to be a good little student to get approval. It's not about me anything. It's not about me. It's not about anyone else. It's just, here's love being made available. I take love seriously. I value love. I place importance on love. So therefore I'm going to co-create with the love in this moment. And from that place, that selfless place, where you're taking this moment seriously from a selfless perspective. It's all just about the love. It's all just about commitment to the higher love. It's got nothing to do with the little self. The little self is irrelevant to any of this. Doesn't mean we discard it or push it away. But it's not important in this. It's here, it's there, it's part of the mix, but it's not important. We don't take our resistance too seriously. We don't take our fears seriously. We don't take our minds and all the yes buts too seriously. It doesn't matter. Love is all that matters. It's not about the past. It's not about the future. The past is dead and gone. The future doesn't exist and will never exist if you don't plant the seeds and walk the talk right here, right now. Right here, right now is the only time you've got to make choices to create anything. And you're not moving into the future. You're planting the seeds right here, right now to invite the future into the here and now. You're never moving from the here and now. This is the only place you'll ever get to. So if ever you're trying to run away from yourself here and now to try to get somewhere in the future, well, good luck, because you're never going to get there. There is no future to get to. The future comes here when you're making space for it. To really allow yourself to really have that sink in. I'm never going to get anywhere else than right here, right now. To really accept all of you with that. To accept that this is how it is. And to really notice. Let's do some awareness. Really shine the light and notice where in you or in your life you take certain things seriously, selfishly, selfish seriousness. You've taken your needs and wants seriously. The little ego, your pain, your past, your future. Or you're keeping scores. where you're placing importance on things that within the scope of someone who said they're absolutely committed to the path of initiation and alchemy, God realization and love, all these things that really should not be important. It's not about judging, it's just about noticing, that's the stuff I need to let go of. That's what I need to clear. That's what I need to get some perspective on. Correct sense of proportion. Where are you putting time and energy into things that really are not in alignment? Just notice, don't judge it. Acknowledge it, feel it. And choose to let go of that priority, to reallocate your focus, your priority, your energy, your involvement to other things that are more important according to who you say you are and who you say you want to be. Doesn't mean you push them away, these other things. You just don't put as much energy into them. And in some cases you don't put any energy into them, you just let them go. Things that are mutually exclusive to walking the path of love and mastery. Things that you're attached to, that you're taking really seriously, certain things that you think you need and want. You think you can't live without them. Really? Is that the truth? Or is that only true within a little world perspective? Perspective of a separate ego personality, the little human. Remembering we are not the little monkeys running around on the ground. We are great human spirits. And what we're doing is training our monkey to get them on page to be a clear reflection and the expression of the spirit that we really are. We're remembering, in the process of remembering who we really are. And the more we remember, the more we have to let go of all the things that mattered to us before, all the things we took seriously before. All the things that were this big in our little world. The more we grow, the more we remember who we are, the more our world gets bigger, the more these things shrink until we need to let them go completely because they just start to clutter it up, to clutter the view. And sometimes it's hard and it's painful because there's parts of us that still need or want this. These are the parts of us we have to let go. These are the parts of the monkey, the human, that are not on page with who we really are. If you run a team, you manage a team, and there's someone in there that has a completely different agenda than the rest of the team, you have to let them go. It's not about pushing them away and attacking them. You just, thank you for being on board for however long you were. We just don't need you anymore. You obviously need to go somewhere else because you don't belong here anymore. Thank you. Let it go. Be honest. Be really honest with yourself. What are you hanging on to which is no longer in alignment? What are you considering important? Clinging to, wanting, needing, taking seriously, making a big deal out of, that's actually not in line with this greater perspective of being an initiate on the path of love and mastery. I ask for the truth. I value the truth above my own little avoidance and denial, my own investment in staying in my little comfort zone, in my little world. Things that were priorities for me before, I question that. I question that because I want to know the truth. Let's be honest. Let's look deeper. Let's look into places we have not wanted to look before. These places that we judge. Because there's lots of needs and wants in there that are not really pretty. And so we'd rather sweep them under the carpet. But in the moments where we get triggered, we take these wants and needs very seriously. So let's look under the carpet. The ugly face of us. We're not judging. All these moments that we know and we remember where we got really triggered and we started acting out in ways we're not very proud of. But in the moment it was very serious and we took it very seriously. Where in you is that ugly face? And remember that when you behave like that, it's because you come from a place of hurt, where you've judged yourself and you've been wounded. So it's not about judging it and squashing it. It's just shining the light, going there, facing it, accepting it. Hey, that's not important to me. What you think you want, what you think you need. And I'm going to own this. I know that I have this in me. And I'm going to let it go. Because it's not important. I can't take that seriously. Having a little tantrum because I want this or that. My world is bigger than that. And maybe you manage to keep your act together most of the times, but there's these moments where you revert back to acting like a 5-year-old or a 12-year-old and have your little tantrums, have your little crisis, attack and become not such a nice person. You become someone who's not taking spirit seriously, who's not taking love seriously. Instead, is taking themselves very seriously. And that's what you need to find in there. And own it. Yeah, I do that. But I'm not going to anymore because I'm reallocating my energy. I'm reallocating my priorities. I'm putting my time and energy where it really matters. Because in the end, having my little wants and needs met within the context of this one little life, this one little person, isn't going to take me anywhere, isn't going to build up to be anything. The eternal journey, that's a bigger perspective. That's going to continue, that's going to keep going. When this life ends, it ends, that's it. This person you are now is going to end in a handful of years. But the spirit that you are, that keeps going. So which one do you need to take more seriously? We need to be kind to self, all of ourselves. The body, the emotions, the mind, the soul, the spirit. We need to be loving. But we need to have things in the correct sense of proportion. expand our horizon, and really ask ourselves in those moments, what am I taking seriously? Am I being selfish or selfless in this? And it's going to be uncomfortable. The self-centered, self-oriented aspects of you are not going to want to let go of what they want or need. You have to take the lead. You have to decide, yep, I can own this, I can accept it, I understand. It's not wrong, it's not bad, it's just not in line with where I'm heading. That's all. So thank you very much for your service. Gotta let you go. And allow your insides to reorient, to realign. Where you've scattered your energy around by placing importance and priority and taking seriously on all sorts of things that really are not in line with where you're heading, with what you say you're really about. Reallocate that, getting all on track. Realign, allow everything to shift and move to be on track with where you're heading. I'm not going to scatter myself with one foot in the world of ego, one foot in the world of spirit, and I dance between one and the other. Oh, today I'm on the foot of ego, today I'm on the foot of spirit. Just jump right in. I'm all spirit. Allow your energy to shift, to really align to that. Bang. No compromise. I'll do it with love and kindness towards myself and others, but I don't compromise and put my foot back on the other side again. No, no, no. Never. I'm actually burning my bridges and letting the other sides go completely. There is no going back. And I don't care how uncomfortable or painful it gets, how much I want something else. That's not where I'm going. It is not important. I don't take it seriously because it does not really matter within the scope of what I'm really about, where I'm going. It does not matter. I feel it, I honor it, I accept it, I let it go. It's not on page, gotta let it go. Yes, but, I don't care. Thank you, I understand, but it's not where I'm heading. Let it go. Thank you. No judgment, just a need to go your separate ways, that's all. That energy is not what I choose, it's not what I'm about. That belief, that reality, that attachment, this is not what I'm about. And it's not serious. It's not a drama. It's not the end of the world. I'm just one spark of God within a great, great universe. But I'm walking my talk and I take that seriously. But I don't take myself seriously. Because it's not about me. It's about being one spark in the greater whole and playing my part with all my brothers and sisters. When you let go of that separateness and embrace that, there's such belonging, isn't it? I'm just one spark within the whole, with all these other sparks, and I'm serious about playing my part along with all my brothers and sister sparks. Nothing else matters. And sometimes you're going to have to be ruthless. Ruthless doesn't mean unkind. But kindness can be all sorts of things. Sometimes to be kind you have to put an animal down. You just do it without judgment. Do it with acceptance and gratitude and love. Committing to that. And that can be something that can be part of your nightly review. What did I place importance on today? What did I take seriously? And was that coming from a place of selfishness or selflessness? Did I make today about me, or did I make it about being part of a greater whole? Did I embrace all the things that came up, saying me, 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 but let them go when it was all about selfishness, laziness, foolishness, fear, avoidance, denial? Because I'm committed, I'm taking this seriously, but not myself, not my little self. My little self is just a vehicle, a lovely vehicle that is coming along with me as a team, co-creating to walk the path of love, self-mastery, spirit, because I take that seriously. And I also know that I need to be adaptable, because as I keep growing, my world keeps expanding, and the things that I took seriously, even now, what is the height of the highest love that I can take seriously? In a year's time, 3 years' time, it will seem small. It will seem like it's a small world that I need to expand again. So I know that what I take seriously also needs to keep growing and keep getting higher and higher and more selfless. I can't be attached to anything. Nothing stays the same, ever. What's important to me right now should not be important to me when I'm a few steps down the road. Not everything, some things. And so on and so forth. I can't be attached to myself or my life being in a particular way. It's always going to change. My world is going to keep expanding. And certain things just will naturally fall away because they will just be like, oh my God, this is completely unimportant. But other things you're going to have to work a bit harder because maybe there's a bit of neediness there, low self-esteem, or guilt, or judgment, or shame. And that's okay, you just feel that and you just let it all go. Because I take this seriously, I take my journey seriously. But I don't take myself or my little life too seriously. And really anchoring that commitment, that center, being centered in that selfless way rather than self-centered. Being selflessly centered. And keep building on that. Commit to that. Review it every day. Have I let myself get dragged down in my little box of being self-centered? Or am I still selflessly centered? Am I being kind yet firm with the self-centered ego? Am I being a good leader? Am I remembering the bigger picture of what I can hold and what I can see, of how big my world really is? Or did I forget? Perspective, proportion, and humility. Let's finish off with a bit of humility. How far you've come, how far you still have to go, and remember, we're not going anywhere. What we're doing is becoming the person that will attract the desired future into the here and now. And the desired future is not about what little ego desires. It's about selflessly desiring what the God within, what Spirit within desires, so that you, as a spark of God, can play your part within all this big universe with all the other sparks of God. You're just one of them. How seriously can you take yourself? You're just one little spark in that huge, 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 infinite creation. It's never been about you, and it never is about you. Really get this. It's about teamwork on a much, much greater level. And that starts with teamwork within yourself. With a good leader, clear sense of direction. So then you can then play with all the other leaders out there. The little sparks. Of course, you need to enjoy life, but only if it's in alignment with what you're taking seriously, selflessly. And you'll find that if you let go of that selfish seriousness, you will enjoy life much better. We talked about it. Take yourself too seriously, you can't have that joy, that humility, that wonder, that openness, that surrender. So as we let go of all that, yeah. It's not about little ego. It's about all of me and all of that is. Love flows, joy flows. It all happens naturally. And when I don't feel that, it's because I'm contracting, I'm shrinking my world. I take my issues too seriously. So realign, recenter, come back to that sense of perspective and honor the experience. Integrate, feel, heal, learn from it. Become better as a person from it. But you don't take it seriously. Don't take it too seriously. It's just a feeling. It's just an issue. And in the end, it's all about the intensity of it. Some of it will be intense, some of it not so much. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. If it gets intense, doesn't mean you have to start taking it really seriously. It's just intense. No more serious. It's all right, I'm all right. It's not about me. It's just about love. It's just about love. Really grounded, really centered in that, really committed to that. To keep practicing that, to keep realigning anything that starts to scatter and place importance on other things again. We're going to keep practicing that. It's part of our review every day and part of our awareness. Keeping our alignment and our centering and our sense of greater perspective while honoring the humanness. It's not separate. It's all part of the team. When you're ready, really present, really grounded, really aligned with that, strong in that, then you can open your eyes.